Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Shenanigan back with another video. This is about some of the underrated gems in this game, and today we are going to talk about one of the most underrated gem I believe in this game, and that is Annihilus. Now, if you can see my analysis at Sec 200, and I do not use him for defense. I'm sure that you guys have had run-in with very annoying analysis during quests and variants and war, etc. But I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Annihilis is actually not a defensive champ. He is an offensive champ, though he's a villain and metal. But he's used in defense a lot because of his abilities. But that's not actually all that he's about, and that's what we're going to discuss today. Just so you know, I don't have anything written down or remember something. I like when I speak about a champ organically. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's first go ahead and quickly discuss his abilities. We're gonna start with his Cosmic Control Rod buff. Now, this is of course a buff, so you will see an icon on top of him, when the fight starts. And what his buff does is give him the immunity to incinerate, frostbite, and cold snap. He's one of the very few champs in this game who gets these three immunities. I think Colossus and Human Torch are the other two, and I believe Silver Surfer. Well, he has minus 100% damage taken from these debuffs. So if there's a chance when the debuff does more than 100% damage, then he will take damage. So he's one of the only champs who has immunity to these three, along with Power Drain, Power Steal, Power Burn, Power Lock, and Innovate. So better not see him in on a Vivified path, because Innovate only works in that path, but he's immune to that too. The opponents can actually nullify this buff, and recently there has been a new update where Armor Break also nullifies this buff for some reason, and well, Kabam doesn't seem to actually care. So, well, even after that, though, I mean, that's still not something that we can live without. He's still great in most attempts. One of the best abilities that he has, and I'm going to talk about that first before we go into more details, is his ability to go through paths that are buffed up and that are distract. He does gain a lot of buffs to go through buffed up paths, and I've actually been using him on the buffed up nodes on the monthly Cavaliers, I think till December, when it had the buffed up node. And this track actually, because he does put a lot of debuffs on the opponent as well, not damaging debuffs but still debuffs. So what he does is every time that he strikes an opponent, it's a 60% chance of it to be an obliterating strike, which means that in a 5-hit combo you will at least have three strikes, and each one of those obliterating strikes actually inflict an armor break on the opponent. It's a very small break, beg your pardon, but still three armor breaks can actually go around him. A Frost, Killmonger, Ghost, etc. Any champ actually needs that armor break, including Infinity War Iron Man. And he's immune to stun debuffs when launching an obliterating strike. That's actually what causes most issues when he's in defense. Now, while the strike is obliterating, there's a 100% chance that the opponent will also have a stifle debuff on them. And this is where most of his, or all of his power comes from. And I'm going to tell you how I play with him, uh, and how he should have been as well, because he's still underrated because of the. Well, he does have damage potential, but he lacks that small touch which can actually give him a lot of damage. So let's just go ahead and understand the fact that once you are doing an armor break, you're also stifling the opponent, and that means that in a 5-hit combo, you can actually put six debuffs on the opponent on an average, three stifles and three armor breaks at least. Right. So here's the thing. Uh, Now all of his other abilities actually are not really good, but the way I play him is I always let the opponent when I'm actually about to reach 2 bar of power, I let the opponent throw their special so that they have as little power as possible. And then I go through with like a 4 hit combo. Then I do a dash back and do another 5 hit combo. At that time, I have 9 hits, and I should have at least 5, between 3 to 7 stifles at that point in time. Using SP2 converts all these stifles into a fury buff. So a 7 fury buff, increasing the attack by almost 650. That's approximately 4 to 5,000 more attack on each stifle. And that fury buff lasts for 18 seconds. So if in case you do have, let's say, a cosmic power boost available, or even if you do not, you can still reach another SP2 within those 18 seconds. But if you do have that one available, then those obliterating strikes in SP2 will also give more shuffle to the opponent, which can actually be utilized to get more of these buffs up. So when I did some testing with him before, I used the Black Bolt and Ronin synergy, which increases the duration of the Fury buffs. And I was able to get at one time between 10 and 12 Furies, I think even more. And the damage was extremely high. And that's where actually he does shine in that SP2 when the stifles are active. If, of course, the opponent is immune to debuffs, he will lose, well, most of his, rather all of his damage, I would say. And this is actually the main source of damage he has. The second source is through his signature ability. When the opponent is back near the wall, you get a passive aptitude buff, increasing the potency of the fury, that's only considered fury right now, by 100%. The only reason why we're considering the fury debuffs is because we don't actually are going to use anything else. So main issues here are his specials, but we're going to come to that. So that's how I use him. SP2, get a lot of stifle first, then SP2, and make sure, if possible, the opponent is in the corner. The Fury will actually have a double potency. Now, where he lacks is his SP1 and SP3, and these actually could have been much better if they were tweaked a little. For example, in Special Attack 1, each hit will refresh all stifle debuffs on the opponent, and the final hit will pause the duration for all stifle for 6 seconds. And this will, any post stifles, will increase Annihilis' offensive combat rate by 9%. Let us assume that you throw a stifle, rather an SP1 right before you're about to reach an SP2, and let's say that you have possibly 5 stifles on the opponent. Now you may have at least 6 or 7 stifles, and you will have approximately 63% increased power rate. The stifle will be paused for 6 seconds, so what you can do is just go in, try to reach that SP2 with those paused stifles and the new ones you're going to add, and then throw an SP2. You will probably have 15 to 16 Furies at that point in time. That is not feasible. Okay. Now the second part is his special 3, where if you see that you can inflict 10 stifles on the opponent, each reducing the offensive combat power rate by 9%. This is the opponent's offensive power rate, not yours. And until the opponent has 0 stifles remaining, the duration of the stifle debuffs is increased by 25%. Now here's the thing. What are the stifle debuffs useful for? The only thing that actually they do is, if you're hitting into the opponent while they have a stifle, it consumes a stifle and gives you 650 attack for 0.9 seconds. So that one hit, right? Or if the opponent dashes back, you get unstoppable for 1.1 second. That's all the stifles are for. So why do I need 10 of them here, or 8 of them here? What this should have been is, like, let's see, like on Special Attack 1, the duration is 6 seconds, right? Then why is the duration 4 seconds here? What am I going to use it for? If I throw an SP3, what use is the opponent's offensive combat power rate reduction good for me? What this should have been is the duration of the stifle on SP3 should have been at least 6 seconds, if not more. And this should have been the offensive power rate, like as in SP1, where my Annihilis' offensive power rate actually gets increased by 9%. So that means that after SP3, let's say if I parry the opponent to an SP3, I get 10 stifles. I have a 90% increased power rate. Now I can just quickly go into the opponent. I have enough time. I have 6 seconds or so with a 90% increase rate. I can actually reach an SP1 pretty soon. And by the time I reach an SP1, I might have these 10 stifles plus another 5 or 6 of them after I reach SP1. That is 16 stifles. Let SP1 remain the same, and it has the duration of 6 seconds with approximately 150% increased power rate. With all the rifles I have, I can actually reach an SP2 with possibly 20 to 22 furies, and that will actually help a lot. Right now I don't see any use of the special 1 or special 3 unless it is for defense, and this is not a defensive champ, so I'm not sure what this is all about. But other than that, one last thing I just want to discuss, rather two things. The first, if you see here, as long as you have the cosmic control rod buff, while taunted, true accuracy, he gains true accuracy and blockable and unstoppable. Now, you probably are not going to take Stark Enhanced Spider-Man or maybe some other champ that taunts. I don't know, Emma Frost probably. So or Domino for that matter. So he gets true strike, true accuracy rather than stoppable and unblockable. But if you add, where are the, yeah, there you go, synergies. If we have Dark Hawk, while hitting into an opponent which is auto blocking, Annihilis gets taunted for 0.5 seconds. That's enough. And that means that if you're hitting on any champions that's auto blocking, that's Iron Man Infinity War, Medusa, MODOK, you are going to get true accuracy, unstoppable, and unblockable. So this is one of the good synergies, but the best synergy and the main reason why actually Annihilis actually caught my eye was his synergy with Doom. So what we have here with Doom, as long as he has Annihilus or this guy Diablo, heavy attacks are guaranteed critical hits while the opponent is suffering from a stagger effect. So any fight using Doom where the opponent does not get buffs, you can just do a parry heavy, you get a stagger, continue doing a parry heavy, and each time the stagger does not expire or get used, it will be a guaranteed critical hit. I took him in, I think, Act 6.4, the final right side path where we have Cable as the first fight. I took him as a 6-star rank 5 SIG 200. 5-star rank 5, beg your pardon, SIG 200. And just parry heavy my way out of the whole path because it had a Fury node and like this 2.5% cap, and also usually would have one stagger at least, if not one stagger, because of Doom's SIG ability. Doom will always stun the opponent while they are shocked, and that's when the debuff expires. So that was a good path. And as far as Annihilis is concerned, I usually take Doom with me on almost all the paths. So if on that path there's a Killmonger, Annihilis is actually the one of the best champs to deal with Killmonger. Well, after Cosmic Ghost Rider. So let me quickly go ahead and go into Act 7, let's say, and probably try to get some good damage out of Annihilis. Okay, so we're gonna go in Act 7.1.2. I don't think I should give any synergies to Annihilis. Does he have anything else? Well, he is metal, so I'll just give him some white magneto. And just I have a 6-star Annihilis as well, but I ranked up the 5-star one before him, so I'm not gonna rank him up again. But he's still an underrated champ. We're probably gonna take Heimdall with us. Probably get some additional fury. Maybe save some potions. Okay. I think there was a cosmic path here. Probably this one. Whenever a cosmic attacker activates a special attack, they gain a 40% fury for the duration of the special attack. Okay, for every unique buff on them. He does have at least 2 unique buffs, if not 3. And special delivery, okay. We may not be able to utilize his full potential because of the special delivery node, because we probably have to do an SP1, then an SP2. But we're going to try a couple of fights here, and then we'll probably take him to Realm of Legends and check out his damage. Special delivery, special attack for each unique buff, and mix master. So we can't do a 5-hit combo, can we? Maybe a medium, light, light, medium. I don't know what happened there. Didn't parry. I don't know why it's not parrying. Okay, I'm gonna let him hit a SP1. Come on. Okay, we have 4 Furies now. This is really annoying when the opponent just does not comply. Come on. Okay, there we go. I really don't wanna, get Red Skull to his SP2. See, I don't know why. What is he waiting for? See, as soon as Red Skull goes to the corner, I get an aptitude buff. Come on, hit me. Come on. I missed on that special delivery node and got a lot of damage. Okay, well, Heimdall did save us, but it's not been the best fight, possibly because of the node. So, well, I'm actually gonna skip out on this and just go to the Realm of Legends and check out how much damage he can do. I'm not actually sure about any other path, though, where I can use him. I'm sure there must be some, but I've actually not taken the time to find those paths. So let's do a couple of fights here and see what he can do. He does benefit when the opponent's special attacks are actually over sooner, like in the Captain Marvel, not the Winter Soldier. But let's gonna try. So this fight, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the normal way I fight him, and that is hitting an SP2. See, he did not backdraft. And did you see that immune there? That was because Winter Soldier has the ability to drain power. and Annihilus is immune to power drain. I'm not going to assume anymore that I'm going to be able to backdraft. I would have loved if the Furies would get paused during the special attacks. But the damage, as you can see, is actually not bad at all. I know, maybe there's somewhere in Act 6 or some variant I can use him. But as you can see, a little over 7,000 mediums, a little over 5,000 lights. That was 9,000 lights now. Yep. And keep in mind, SP2 has a lot of hits. Okay, 7 Furies this time. So that's usually how I play him. 159 is possibly not the best display of his abilities, but that's actually not what he is good at either. It's his immunities and the nodes he can actually counter along with the Furies. So what I'm gonna do in this fight, because she has faster special effects, I'm going to hit an SP1 and try to reach an SP2. See, they just don't comply. Okay, I think this was good. I'm gonna try that again. Okay, so I have 60 or 70% power gain right now. Come on. Come on. Lost all of them. Would have loved to have some more duration on that 6-second stifle. Let's try that again. Okay, didn't have a lot of stifles here, but still look at the damage, right? Yeah, of course she's gonna block now. Come on. I think it's better to hit an SP1, sorry, if you have like 5 or 6 rifles at it. Of course. Overall, a very quick fight. Again, SP2 has a lot of hits, so you know the hit is inflated. But if it's fast fights and a lot of furies, a lot of debuffs, so that's actually about it for Annihilus. I don't want to actually take a lot of time in this videos. I don't want videos to to just expire uh, if it's too long. But that's about it about Annihilus. So he's one of the most underrated champs, and he is every time on my team, as long as I'm taking Doom, or if I need a buffed up, a distract, or any place where I need those immunities. That's just about it for the videos. If you like it, do push that like button. If you don't like it, definitely do dislike. I would love the feedback, and I would love for you to subscribe the channel so that I can get more subscriptions sooner. I can grow my channel. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Have an excellent day. Bye bye.